We've got the quarterback coach with us, Mr. Zantini. Coach Zantini, Coach, 42-0. You guys got started off last year 0-4. What a pleasant surprise to get you off and running. You have to feel good about it.
Absolutely. We came out and we put a game plan in this week. We spent a lot of time on it with our two-platoon system. We were able to get a lot of reps this week in practice, and we just executed at a really, really high level to start the game. Got us out to a big lead.
When I talked to you this week, you talked about running a two-quarterback situation. A lot of people don't like that, but it sure worked tonight.
Yeah, you know, we realize each quarterback has something that they do well. And instead of trying to make one quarterback do something that they're not comfortable with, we're just going to let them be their own person and do what their strengths are this year. And you know, it's worked out so far for us, so we're going to just keep going with it.
Well, some year the sophomore is going to be the starter. You got to keep him engaged.
At some point, yeah. But right now, you know, we got a young one that's you know, I think the sophomore, Caden, which is my son, I think he does a really good job mentally in distributing the football. And I think Jack's a little bit maybe more explosive with his legs, and you saw that tonight.
Yeah.
And, you know, we got some things that we get excited about to put in the playbook when Jack Elkins comes in the game, and we got some things we get excited about when Caden comes in the game.
You know, when I started to do this, I started doing a little research, and it appeared that one of the things you really had to work on this year was that offensive line, because you guys lost a lot of great offensive linemen last year. But I tell you, your offensive line looked good tonight.
Yeah, you know, we lost a lot of experience. Even Dayton, some of them guys played in the state championship game. But these young guys, they're hungry. We've got 3 or 4 offensive line coaches that do a really, really good job. Mentally, they're as sharp as any group we've had. And now it's just about working on footwork and technique and getting them consistent. And I think we're getting pretty good pretty quick.
And the other thing was, you know, your running backs, you don't have a senior in the whole running back situation, so that only speaks volumes for the future.
Yeah, we got 2 juniors and you know, our fullback's a sophomore, and then of course we're with the two-platoon quarterback system. And what people don't even realize is, you know, we're even deeper than that at the halfback position, and they're all young. We got a freshman in the mix. I got another sophomore in the mix, but like I said, we don't want to sacrifice being two-platoon, so we're going to do the best we can with who we got out there.
How long's it been since Clinton Massey's went totally two-platoon?
Probably the closest we've been was 2017 when we made a run at the state championship, got beat by Steubenville. But we were pretty close to two-platoon that year, and this year we're about as close as we can get.
Okay, thanks a lot for filling in for McSorley. Coach McSorley's making his way over to us right now. Coach, 42-0. Was a little more of a surprise to you than you thought it was going to be going against a D2 team?
Absolutely, Roger. You know, you never expect that when you know, a team out of the SWBL. They moved to the SWBL, one of the larger schools. But yeah, the kids just executed. Offense, defense, special teams came up big. You know, it's really, you know, it's a luxury. You know, I've been doing this a long time. It's maybe one of the first years that I've ever had a two-platoon squad, a pure two-platoon.
I just asked Coach Zantini about that. He thought back when you went for I think it was 2017, he thought that was as close as you'd ever come.
And then we had injuries at the end of the year, and we weren't. So when you build depth, then you can withstand some of them injuries that when they occur later in the year. But the two-platoon really paid off tonight, and I'm just, I feel real proud of the kids. And we got a lot of guys playing. They're excited. I think there's a high ceiling for this group. So we got a big game next week with Tri-Valley. They're one of the stronger programs.
That's a good league over there.
It's a real good league. I think Sheridan, Coshocton, there's no easy games in that league. So they had a hard contest. They lost to DeSales, one of the probably top teams in Division III.
There's lots of teams lost to
they're tested. Yeah, they're tested. So they're going to come in hungry. It's a fun little series. We got them here, and then next year we'll go over to Dresden. When
I was doing my broadcast night, I talked about some of the great running backs you had, starting with Wolf and clear on down through your son. But I tell you, Chester, you maybe want to add his name.
You know, he's a junior. He's strong. He ran track last year, and his running and power, I just feel like he's just a more athletic, and his vision is there this year. To where last year we had to break him in, but his vision's really, he's doing well. Cooper's vision's well. the kids are blocking well for each other in the backfield. And I think one of the things that I'm excited most about is our fullback, Eli Mutterspaw. When you have a fullback as nifty as him, then that kind of sets the table for the offense.
You know, you got to break early on that fumble on the kickoff. That kind of set the stage for the whole game.
Yeah, you know, our whole kickoff team, they played well tonight. I think Liam Lamb might have caused it. Our kicker actually got in, put a helmet on the ball, but that kind of got the momentum going. And unfortunately, they lost that 32. I hope he's okay, but when they lost him, it's like you could feel it take the wind out of their.
You could tell he wasn't going to be back.
No, it kind of took the wind out of their team too.
You know, one of the things that as I looked at your last year's team versus this year's team, you lost a lot of good offensive linemen. This year, you've got a young offensive line, but boy, they're coming together.
Well, they're going to get better. That's when you got young guys. They're going to learn. They're going to grow. They're going to. Yeah, it's fun coaching young guys. This is their first real opportunity because we had to replace all of them. So, but no, it's a lot of fun coaching these guys. That's the beauty of the wishbone. You can game plan, and then Coach Rolfe, he gets our kids ready on the defensive side of the ball.
Coach, you threw a shutout tonight, 42-0. Talk about your defense.
Outstanding. I mean, again, we're swarming right now. We're running. There's not a guy on that defense that can't run. So if we can teach their keys, they can stay sound fundamentally. We keep working on our tackling, but I think that the thing that I see is we can all run, every one of them.
Coach, you've got an ace up your sleeve that a lot of teams don't have, and his name's McGinnis.
Yeah, he like I said, he's a dynamic kicker. Kicked well tonight. We had to put him at the punter now. He's not used to punting, so we got to work on that. I think we had a bad snap over his head. But he's a dynamic kicker. Yeah, anytime we get inside the 30, we feel like it's automatic.
Coach, last year started off 4-0. This year started off 2-0.
Outstanding. What a year! What a difference a year makes. We had to replace 26 seniors from that state championship team. So last year coming in, we were just all young, and the coaches really didn't. We hadn't figured it out. It took us a while. It took us about 4 games to figure it out. But then when we did, man, we ran the table. Western Brown got us, but they replaced a heck of a quarterback, one of the top ones in the United States. So we feel like we got the table set right now, 2-0. So we just got to keep our nose to the grindstone, keep on grinding.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
All right. Hey, Roger, I appreciate it, man. You do a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. You're out here, man. And hopefully we get a lot of listeners and people watching, tuning in.
Thank you, Dan.
All right.
Next week, same time, same place.
Yeah, I'll be here, man.
Okay.
All right, Roger. We'll see you.
Back to you, Benny.